Welcome to Science for Sleep, where wonder and calm meet. Each night we drift through galaxies, oceans, and mysteries of the natural world, not to startle, but to soothe. The Galactic Lullaby, far beyond the clouds of ordinary sight, where light becomes a whisper and darkness hums with quiet gravity, lies the heart of Sagittarius, the luminous and invisible center of our galaxy. It is not a star, nor a cluster of them, but a mystery bound by its own gravity. Sagittarius A, the supermassive black hole that holds the Milky Way together. From the Earth, the constellation Sagittarius arcs low in the southern sky, its teapot-shaped cluster pouring starlight into the horizon. To the naked eye, it seems unassuming, one constellation among many. Yet behind that gentle arrangement of stars lies the densest region of our entire galaxy, a place where millions of suns crowd together, orbiting an unseen force 4 million times the mass of our own star. Astronomers call it the galactic core, and though it glows with unimaginable energy, its heart remains hidden behind curtains of cosmic dust. Visible light cannot escape the thick lanes of interstellar matter that veil it. Instead, we learn its secrets through radio waves and infrared light, which pass through the dust like whispers through fog. Sagittarius A was discovered not through sight, but through sound, the faint radio murmur of space itself. In 1974, a team at the National Radio Astronomy Observatory detected an unusually bright radio source emanating from the exact center of the Milky Way. It did not flicker like a star or move like a planet. It remained constant, powerful, quiet, as if something enormous yet invisible were breathing in the dark. Over the decades, astronomers watched nearby stars move in dizzying arcs around this invisible point. One of them, called S2, completes a full orbit every 16 years, whipping through space at more than 7,600 kilometers per second. Only a gravitational giant could hold such power. The calculations were clear. Sagittarius A contains the mass of roughly 4 million suns within a space no wider than our solar system. This invisible mass is what keeps our galaxy whole. Every star you have ever seen, from the faintest ember in the night sky to the dazzling core of Orion, moves in an orbit shaped by Sagittarius A. The spiral arms of the Milky Way, the slow rotation of its disk, the very path of our sun, all curve gently around this hidden heart. If we could see through the dust, we would witness a scene of both chaos and serenity. Stars the size of giants move like fireflies in a dense swarm, tracing luminous ellipses around an unseen void. Between them, clouds of gas fall inward, spinning faster and faster, heating until they glow with X-rays. Occasionally, one of these clouds crosses a boundary known as the event horizon, the edge beyond which no light can escape. There, matter disappears, leaving only a ripple in space-time, a sigh in the structure of reality. And yet, even in this immense violence, there is beauty. The black hole at the center of Sagittarius is not destruction, it is balance. It holds the galaxy in place, its invisible pull harmonizing the chaos of billions of stars. It is both absence and anchor, silence and song. The energy that emerges from this region does not come from within the black hole, but from what swirls around it. A radiant disk of gas and dust, turning faster than thought, glowing in ultraviolet and radio light. To us, those signals arrive as faint pulses, patterns, and heat maps. To the universe, They are heartbeat and breath, the steady rhythm of the Milky Way's life. Sagittarius is more than a constellation. It is a direction toward our origin. Every atom of our bodies, every planet's metal core, every grain of dust in the solar system was forged in stars that once danced closer to this center. The heavy elements, iron, gold, carbon, were born in explosions near regions like this and scattered outward over billions of years, eventually forming the clouds that made our sun. To gaze toward Sagittarius is, in a sense, to look homeward. Astronomers often speak of the galaxy as a living system, and Sagittarius A as its beating heart. The spiral arms are its flowing arteries of stars, the interstellar winds its breath, the radiation from its core its pulse. When we study this heart, we are studying the rhythm of everything that exists here, the long, slow music of creation and collapse. In 2022, the Event Horizon Telescope collaboration finally captured the first image of Sagittarius A. It was not a photograph in the traditional sense, but a pattern of radio signals assembled from telescopes across Earth. What emerged was a faint orange ring, light bent by gravity around an invisible center. It was the first direct glimpse of the black hole that holds our galaxy together. That image, though small and grainy, was the closest humanity had ever come to seeing its own center. Imagine it now. A quiet ring of fire suspended in darkness, its light taking 26,000 years to reach us. The glow is not from the black hole itself, but from the material just before it falls away forever. Matter burning in its final moment, the universe recording its passage in color and heat. That light is ancient. It left the galactic core when the first humans were learning to make fire. It traveled across unthinkable distances, only to meet your eyes now, in this very moment, here on a small blue world, turning within the same orbit. Sagittarius A does not call out or roar. It hums. Its gravity moves in slow waves through the galactic plane, guiding the stars in stately rotation. It does not hunger. It maintains. It is the still point around which the Milky Way turns, patient and eternal. And so we begin this journey into its quiet depths, into the heart of Sagittarius, where time bends, stars gather, and silence becomes meaning. This is where the galaxy dreams of itself, and we, drifting through one of its arms, are listening to that dream unfold. A river of stars. From a distance, the Milky Way appears as a soft, glowing ribbon stretched across the night, a quiet river of light flowing through infinity. But as we drift closer toward its center, toward the heart of Sagittarius, that calm ribbon thickens, deepens, becomes alive with motion. Here, in the direction of Sagittarius, lies one of the most crowded regions of the galaxy. A radiant delta where hundreds of billions of stars gather like droplets of light in a cosmic stream. This is the galactic bulge, the luminous core of our Milky Way. When you look toward Sagittarius, you are gazing through a window crowded with 10,000 suns. Every small patch of sky, no wider than the nail of your finger, contains countless stars layered one behind another. Some only a few thousand light years away, others more than 20,000. Their combined glow forms the soft white haze we call the Milky Way. Astronomers often describe this region as a stellar city, dense and ancient. It is home to some of the oldest stars in the galaxy, many born in the first billion years after its formation. These stars are smaller, redder, older, survivors from a time when the universe itself was young. They orbit in gentle ellipses, their motion governed by the invisible gravity of Sagittarius A. The closer they are to the center, the faster they move, weaving through each other's light in a quiet, endless dance. And around them, the younger stars shimmer, blue giants born from gas clouds compressed by the pull of the black hole's gravity. These younger stars are rare and short-lived, blazing fiercely before fading into white dwarfs or collapsing into supernovae. Their explosions seed the region with new material, iron, oxygen, carbon, which will one day form planets and perhaps life elsewhere. Even in the galactic core, creation and dissolution exist side by side. From our position, 26,000 light-years away, we can't see this directly. The dust between us and the core hides most visible light. But with the right instruments, the Milky Way opens itself like a secret. Infrared telescopes cut through the dust, revealing the hidden river of stars that flows around Sagittarius A. Radio arrays trace the faint gas currents and molecular clouds drifting through the bulge. X-ray observatories detect the bursts of energy where stars collide or where gas falls inward toward the black hole. Together, these tools let us see the invisible, a slow, eternal storm of light and gravity. Astronomers once thought the Milky Way's center was a quiet place, but it is not. It breathes with energy, releasing flares and waves of radiation as matter spirals inward. Sometimes, when a gas cloud ventures too close, Sagittarius A awakens, emitting powerful jets of high-energy particles that streak through the galaxy like luminous echoes. Then, as the fuel disperses, it returns to stillness, as if the heart itself had taken a long, slow breath. Every orbit, every flicker, every flash of X-ray light tells us something about the structure of this river. It is not random. It flows in a spiral, guided by gravitational arms that twist inward toward the center. The Milky Way rotates like a vast whirlpool, and we, on one of its outer currents, move in synchrony. Our sun, too, is part of this current, circling the core once every 230 million years. A single rotation in the slow heartbeat of the galaxy. In the middle of this motion lies stillness, the gravitational calm of Sagittarius A. Though its presence shapes everything, it remains invisible, the center of a whirlpool without a visible drain. The stars flow around it as if following an unspoken command. Each orbit is precise, predictable, serene. This balance between motion and silence gives the Milky Way its enduring form. If we could stand on a ship floating through this inner region, the sky would never be dark. Everywhere we looked, there would be stars, not points of light, but blazing orbs so close together that night and day would blur into one golden shimmer. Shadows would vanish. Darkness would glow. The airless expanse would pulse faintly with radiation, a soft hum of electromagnetic breath. It would feel like standing within a heartbeat, surrounded by the slow rhythm of existence itself. Among these stars move countless globular clusters, ancient spheres of stars bound tightly by gravity. Each cluster holds hundreds of thousands of suns, orbiting like bees around a hidden queen. Some of these clusters pass near the galactic core, their paths bending slightly under its pull, their light absorbed into the grand rotation. They are fossils of the Milky Way's early days, remnants of a time when the galaxy was still gathering its shape. Farther out, gas and dust flow inward along the spiral arms, a galactic tide that never ends. These streams feed the central black hole, nourishing its slow rhythm. In some regions, the gas compresses into new stars. In others, it heats until it glows red and violet in radio wavelengths. Astronomers call this activity the galactic fountain, a cycle of rising and falling material that keeps the Milky Way alive. Every galaxy has a heart like this, a dense, glowing region where stars cluster and energy radiates. But the Milky Way is special to us because it is ours. It anchors every orbit, defines every direction. Without it, our sun's path would unravel, the spiral arms would drift apart, and the galaxy would lose its symmetry. Sagittarius A is not just the center of gravity, it is the center of belonging. When you look toward the constellation Sagittarius, you are looking through layers of history. Stars of every age, from the newborn blue giants to the ancient red dwarfs still shining from the early universe. You are looking through time itself. Each star's light carries the story of its birth and the whisper of its eventual fading. The farther you look, the older that light becomes. By the time it reaches you, it is already a memory. This is what makes the heart of Sagittarius so mesmerizing. It is both present and past, immediate and eternal. It glows not as a single object, but as an accumulation of countless stories. Stars forming, stars dying, matter rising and falling like tides. It is a reminder that the universe is not static, but breathing. Every flash of light is an exhale, every shadow an inhale. Our galaxy, in its slow rotation, carries us forward through this current. We drift, almost unaware, inside a river of stars whose motion began before our species, before our planet, before even our sun existed. We are passengers on an ancient stream, drawn by a gravity older than time. The river never stops. It only flows deeper into itself. And as we follow it inward, we come closer to understanding not just where we are in space, but what we are made of. Every atom, every thought, every breath we take is a continuation of that same luminous current. The Milky Way is not around us. It is within us. We are its light, slowed into form. Its gravity holds us, just as it holds the stars. The river flows on, quiet and endless. And somewhere far ahead, through dust and distance, the invisible heart of Sagittarius waits, patient, silent, shining only through reflection. Its pull is steady, its rhythm eternal. We are already moving toward it, carried by the slow music of the galaxy's rotation. We always have been. The invisible heart. At the center of everything, hidden behind veils of dust and time, lies the invisible heart, the gravitational soul of the Milky Way. Sagittarius. A is not a star, nor even an object in the ordinary sense. It is a boundary, a place where the laws of physics soften into mystery. Its edges are defined not by what we see, but by what we can no longer see. The black hole's event horizon marks the limit of visibility, the quiet border where light itself slows and bends, circling in endless orbits before vanishing. Inside that horizon, space and time trade meanings. Space becomes motion, and motion becomes memory. Time slows until it nearly stops, folding upon itself like a sigh. Yet, even as it hides, Sagittarius A exerts its influence across the galaxy, a quiet conductor guiding billions of stars in patient orbit. Scientists have spent decades learning to listen to the silence at the center. They cannot see the black hole directly, but they can trace its presence through its effects. The rapid dance of nearby stars, the energy flares from gas clouds, the ripples of gravity itself. Each observation is like a note in a larger composition, the invisible music of the Milky Way. If you could stand just outside the event horizon, you would not fall instantly into darkness. You would hover, suspended in distorted light. The stars around you would smear into arcs, the sky folding inward until every direction pointed toward the blackness at the center. The photons leaving your eyes would bend and return, painting circles of fire in your vision. And yet, you would not hear a sound, not wind, not hum, only the deep, steady stillness of gravity's embrace. This stillness is not absence, it is structure. The black hole is the anchor of the galaxy's architecture. Without its mass, the spiral arms would lose their cohesion. The stars would drift apart, and the Milky Way would dissolve into chaos. Gravity, silent and invisible, is the thread that sews the universe together. Sagittarius A is that thread's knot, the single point where everything is held in balance. Astronomers call it supermassive, but its name is humble. Sagittarius A, a radio source cataloged without sentiment. Yet, behind that sterile label is the most poetic fact of all. The universe holds itself together with silence. The black hole does not devour endlessly. It breathes in its own way. Gas falls inward, glows as it spins, and then, in rare moments, is flung outward in radiant jets that stretch for thousands of light years. These outbursts mark the heartbeat of the galaxy, slow, rare, and vast beyond imagining. When one of these flares reaches Earth, it arrives as a whisper of X-rays, recorded by telescopes orbiting high above our atmosphere. Each one tells us that the heart of Sagittarius still lives, still moves, still dreams in its quiet way. The matter that vanishes into the event horizon is not destroyed. It is transformed. Its energy adds to the black hole's mass, its motion preserved in curvature and spin. The rotation of Sagittarius A drags space-time around it, twisting nearby light like a ribbon in a whirlpool. This effect, called frame dragging, means that even emptiness moves. Even the vacuum itself is carried by gravity's turning. Light behaves strangely here. As it passes near the event horizon, it bends sharply, creating gravitational lensing, a mirage of curved brightness. From Earth, this distortion allows us to see light from behind the black hole, wrapped around its edges like a ring of fire. That ring is not the black hole itself, but the last light that escapes before silence. It is the visible memory of the invisible. When the Event Horizon Telescope captured that faint orange circle, the portrait of Sagittarius A, it was not just a picture. It was proof that even the unseen can leave a signature. What we saw was the boundary of knowledge itself, the place where observation becomes reverence. In that glow, the galaxy's mystery became visible, if only for a moment. Around the black hole's edge, stars move like thoughts in orbit around understanding. Some are caught forever, their paths endless. Others pass through, slingshotted into deeper space. Their movement is a language written in gravity. Astronomers read it like scripture, measuring their arcs, their velocities, their hesitations, until a picture emerges. The invisible heart, vast and patient, holding everything in place without ever being seen. To study Sagittarius A is to confront time itself. Near its horizon, time slows so drastically that 1 second for a falling object could stretch into centuries for an outside observer. From the black hole's point of view, nothing ever truly crosses the edge. Everything hovers, fading infinitely slowly, its story paused forever at the threshold. This means that, in a way, nothing is ever lost. All that has ever approached the center remains there, suspended in slow motion, woven into the gravity of memory. Perhaps that is what the galaxy truly is, a field of memory, shaped by time's patience and light's surrender. Every orbit, every flash of radiation, every ripple of space-time is a recollection of the invisible heart at its core. It remembers everything, perfectly, endlessly, silently. When we turn our telescopes toward Sagittarius, we are not just observing a black hole. We are listening to the memory of creation itself, the echo of the moment the galaxy found its balance. In that quiet pull, in that unseen symmetry, there is comfort. The universe, for all its chaos, is held together by something gentle and constant, an invisible heart that never stops beating. And as we drift closer, in thought, in wonder, in imagination, we begin to sense that this heart is not separate from us. Its gravity pulls on every atom we are made of. Its silence echoes in our own stillness. We orbit it not only in space, but in understanding. It is the center of the galaxy, and in some way, the center of our awareness. The invisible heart holds the stars, and within its darkness, the story continues to unfold. A story of energy and silence, of time and return. Light that bends. Light, the oldest traveler, never truly moves in a straight line. It bends, drifts, and dances through the folds of gravity, an eternal pilgrim tracing the curves of space. Near the heart of Sagittarius, even light itself cannot resist turning inward, circling around the hidden mass of the galaxy's black hole. Here, the straight path becomes a spiral. Every photon is drawn into the choreography of the core. When Einstein described gravity as the warping of space-time, few could imagine what that meant. But in Sagittarius A, we see his theory become a kind of art. Mass does not simply pull, it shapes. It tells space how to curve, and space tells light how to move. The result is a dance, an endless bending of brightness around emptiness. Imagine a single ray of light passing close to the black hole. As it nears, the very fabric of space dips inward like a slow wave, guiding it off course. It bends, loops, and if close enough, may circle the black hole several times before escaping. Each loop is a moment of hesitation, light caught between freedom and surrender. Some rays escape outward again, carrying the story of what they've seen. Others never return. They fade beyond the event horizon, becoming part of the silence that defines the core. This bending of light, called gravitational lensing, reveals the shape of the invisible. From Earth, it allows astronomers to see what lies behind the black hole. Light wrapped like silk around darkness. The orange ring in the famous image of Sagittarius A is this very effect. Photons circling the edge of the event horizon before slipping away into the galaxy. It is the universe's most patient mirror, showing us light that has touched eternity and come back changed. In a sense, every beam of light that bends near the galactic core becomes a storyteller. It carries information about gravity, temperature, and motion, data etched into its frequency and color. By studying that light, scientists can map the contours of the unseen. They can measure how fast Sagittarius A spins, how it swallows gas, how it distorts time. Light becomes the handwriting of the cosmos, spelling out secrets across billions of years. But the beauty of bent light goes beyond physics. There is poetry in it, the image of something soft yielding to something strong, and in that yielding, becoming more graceful. Light, unresisting, allows gravity to shape it, and the result is elegance. In the glow that circles the black hole, we witness humility itself. Brilliance bowing before structure. Far from being rare, this bending happens everywhere. Every star, every planet, every grain of dust warps space-time around it, if only a little. Even you, as you read these words, curve the fabric of the universe by the weight of your existence. It is subtle, imperceptible, but real. Gravity is the universe's handwriting, and we are part of its script. Near Sagittarius A, however, this curvature becomes profound. Here, gravity is so intense that time itself bends with light. A photon skimming the edge of the event horizon experiences the universe differently than one traveling through open space. Its clock slows, its wavelength stretches, and its color shifts toward red. By the time that light reaches us, it carries not only the image of where it has been, but the history of its journey, the record of space-time's own shape. Astronomers use this redshift to measure the strength of gravity at the core. Each photon is a messenger, its stretched frequency a whisper of distance and depth. They assemble these whispers into images and models, revealing how Sagittarius A spins, not slowly, but at nearly half the speed of light. This spin drags space-time with it, creating a whirlpool where even light must twist to keep up. Around this whirlpool, the stars follow elliptical paths, their light bending again and again before it reaches our telescopes. It is strange to think that what we see is never exactly where it appears. Every star near the galactic center is a lens, a reflection of its true self displaced by the curvature around it. If we could watch from another angle, the same region would look entirely different. Light folded in new ways, patterns redrawn by invisible geometry. The universe paints in distortion. Its beauty lies in imperfection. The bending of light also means that nothing is truly lost to darkness. Even the black hole, the ultimate absorber, leaves an outline of what it consumes. The light that escapes from its edge describes its form, not directly, but through echo. This echo is what we see, the glowing ring, the final circle of resistance before gravity's embrace. That is how we know Sagittarius A exists at all, through the way it bends what would otherwise travel straight. In many ways, the galaxy is a hall of mirrors. Light bounces, curves, repeats, traveling through clouds, around stars, across centuries. What we call the night sky is not a static picture, but a reflection of countless moments, layered and delayed. Every beam we see tonight began its journey long before our world took shape. It has bent through dust, gas, and gravity to arrive here, carrying with it the fingerprints of 1,000 interactions. We are always looking at bent truth, light that has been shaped by its encounters. This is what makes the heart of Sagittarius so profound. It is not only a region of collapse, but of transformation. Here, light finds its limit and becomes part of something larger. It bends until it joins the rhythm of gravity, until its path becomes circular, eternal. It teaches us that yielding is not weakness. It is how things find harmony. Somewhere near the event horizon, gas and dust swirl at incredible speed. Friction and compression heat them to millions of degrees, making them shine with X-rays. These emissions, captured by orbiting telescopes, reveal how matter behaves at the threshold of existence. Every flare, every burst, is a record of light bending toward its destiny. The closer it comes, the more beautiful it becomes, brighter, sharper, purer. And then suddenly, silence. The light vanishes, not destroyed, but folded into the dark. From this, we learn that even in disappearance there is artistry. The universe paints its masterpieces not in permanence, but in motion. The Ring of Sagittarius A is one such painting, a living portrait drawn anew with every photon. Each turn of light is both an ending and a beginning. When we look toward that ring, we are seeing time itself curve into visibility. We are witnessing the shape of gravity, the structure of awe. And as that light reaches us, having traveled 26,000 years through dust and distance, it bends once more, this time through the lens of our own eyes, refracted by the water and light inside us. Even here at the edge of perception, the bending continues. The light of Sagittarius A is not just a cosmic phenomenon. It is a message that the universe does not waste energy, that every motion, even toward darkness, can become a form of beauty. What bends is not broken. What curves finds completion. In the end, all light becomes part of the same circle, the slow, endless glow of existence, learning to return to itself. Ancient fires long before the Milky Way became the graceful spiral we know today. Before its arms stretched wide and its stars began to trace their luminous paths, there were only the ancient fires, the first generation of stars. They were born in the same deep halo that now surrounds Sagittarius A, the galactic heart that would one day gather them into its quiet orbit. They blazed in the dark like the first candles in a vast cathedral, their light spilling into the emptiness left by the newborn universe. These first stars, what astronomers call population 3 stars, were enormous, short-lived, and made almost entirely of hydrogen and helium. They formed from clouds left behind by the Big Bang, pure and untouched by the heavier elements that would come later. Some were hundreds of times more massive than our sun, and they burned with a heat and brilliance we can scarcely imagine. They lived fast, ending their lives in spectacular supernovae that scattered the universe's first metals, carbon, oxygen, iron, the very ingredients of everything to come. Every star that followed, every planet, every atom in our blood carries the memory of those ancient fires. The dust of their explosions drifted outward, cooling and condensing into new clouds. From these clouds came the second generation of stars, smaller, steadier, rich with the elements of creation. These were the first true architects of the Milky Way, and many of them still circle the Sagittarius core today. The region near Sagittarius A is home to some of the oldest known stars in the galaxy. Their light is faint, red, and enduring, the soft afterglow of a universe learning how to shine. They orbit close to the center, their paths slow and ancient, each carrying within it the record of billions of years. Their atmospheres contain only trace amounts of heavy elements, a sign of their age. They are the elders of our galaxy, quiet, steady, eternal witnesses. Astronomers find these ancient fires by studying spectral fingerprints, tiny patterns in the light that reveal what each star is made of. Hydrogen, helium, carbon, iron. Each leaves its own mark, a code written in color. By comparing these fingerprints, scientists can tell which stars were born early, before the universe was rich with heavier elements. And when they look toward Sagittarius, they find that many of the stars near the core belong to this earliest age. The heart of the galaxy is, in truth, a museum of time. Imagine drifting through that ancient cluster. The stars around you glow like old embers, soft red and gold, their light pulsing through thin veils of dust. The space between them shimmers with the faint glow of heated gas, like the air above a summer road. The silence is absolute, yet full, filled with the hum of radiation, the quiet pressure of gravity, the memory of 1,000 suns that have come and gone. Every flicker is a history, every shimmer a whisper from the beginning. These old stars do not shine with the brightness of youth, but with the calm of endurance. They have survived collisions, mergers, and the restless pull of Sagittarius A. Some have been stretched into elongated orbits, looping through the galactic bulge and back again, their paths twisted by time. Others have merged, forming heavier, slower burning suns. They are the elders in a young galaxy's sky, keeping the rhythm of the core. Occasionally, one of these ancient stars meets a more violent fate. When a passing star wanders too close to Sagittarius A, its gravity can tear it apart, a process known as spaghettification. The star's gas stretches into thin streams, swirling into the accretion disk, flaring with X-rays before disappearing into silence. These events, though rare, feed the black hole and light the galactic center for a brief time, a reminder that even in endings, energy is reborn. But not all encounters end in destruction. Some stars are captured instead, becoming part of the stellar cluster that encircles the heart. This cluster, called the S star group, contains some of the most fascinating stars ever discovered. They move incredibly fast, completing orbits in years rather than millennia. The famous S2 star, for example, passes within mere light hours of the black hole, moving at nearly 3% the speed of light. When it swings closest, its light shifts toward the red, stretched by gravity and time. Astronomers watch this happen, confirming Einstein's prediction that time slows near massive objects. Each orbit of S2 is a test of relativity written in motion. And still, around these high-speed travelers, the old stars linger, dim, slow, and wise. They are like the foundations of a city beneath the motion of modern life, unchanged while everything else evolves. Some may date back over 10 billion years, older than the spiral arms themselves. They remember the Milky Way when it was only a cloud, when Sagittarius A was young and hungry, when the galaxy's shape was still forming. Their endurance is quiet testimony that even in the universe's most violent regions, peace persists. The ancient fires are also creators. When they died, their explosions seeded the galaxy with elements heavier than iron. The gold in our rings, the calcium in our bones, the oxygen in our breath. Every atom we are made of was forged in those crucibles, flung into space by stars that no longer shine. The Milky Way's light is their inheritance. Even now, when we look towards Sagittarius, we are seeing their legacy glowing softly between the newer stars. From Earth, their light arrives as a faint wash across the night, the Milky Way's spine arching from horizon to horizon. It is easy to forget that this river of brightness is made of billions of separate lives, each star with its own orbit, its own story. But the ancient ones near the core move differently. Their slow paths and red light tell of patience beyond measure. They are the quiet heartbeat beneath the galaxy's younger rhythm. Astronomers sometimes say that if you want to understand a galaxy, you must look not at its bright young stars, but at its old ones. The young stars are fireworks. The old ones are structure. They tell you where the galaxy began, how it grew, how it continues. And in Sagittarius, they tell us that our galaxy's heart has been glowing since the dawn of time, not with violence, but with persistence. Each of those ancient fires once burned hot and fast. But what remains of them now is calm light, a soft warmth that fills the galactic core with quiet grace. They are proof that even in the most powerful regions of the cosmos, longevity outshines intensity. They do not roar or flare. They simply exist, steadfast and luminous, like memory itself. When you gaze at the night sky, when you trace the faint shimmer of the Milky Way across the heavens, know that you are looking through the remnants of those early flames. Every glint of light carries the ashes of creation, the heritage of the first stars that dared to shine in the void. They are the quiet foundation upon which all things stand. And deep in the heart of Sagittarius, their glow still lingers, a sea of ancient embers circling the invisible fire that binds them all together. The oldest light meets the newest gravity there, the past forever orbiting the present. The galaxy, like time itself, folds and unfolds around its ancient center, always in motion, always at peace. The quiet collapse. Every star is a promise of both light and silence. It begins as a whisper in a cold cloud of hydrogen, grows into a blaze that warms the dark, and ends in a quiet surrender to gravity, the force that first gave it life. In the heart of Sagittarius, where stars are born and destroyed side by side, these endings are as constant as the glow itself. Some of the stars near Sagittarius, alive brief, brilliant lives. They burn through their fuel quickly, their light fierce enough to outshine millions of suns. When the fusion at their cores finally ends, gravity claims them again. The outer layers drift outward in waves, while the inner core collapses inward faster than thought. This collapse, silent, complete, absolute, is one of the most powerful events in the universe. Sometimes the result is a neutron star, a sphere only a few kilometers wide but denser than anything we can imagine. 1 teaspoon of its material would weigh billions of tons. It spins rapidly, sending beams of radiation sweeping through space like the rhythm of a cosmic lighthouse. These pulses, pulsars, are among the most precise clocks known, their steady beat cutting through the noise of the galaxy. Each one is a memory of collapse, a reminder that what ends in silence still contributes to order. Other stars fall further. When their mass crosses the invisible threshold, even light cannot escape. They become black holes, smaller echoes of the massive one at the galaxy's center. These stellar black holes drift through the core like hidden embers, feeding occasionally on passing gas, merging quietly with one another, adding their weight to the slow growth of Sagittarius A. This is the quiet machinery of the cosmos. Creation and collapse are not opposites. They are consecutive breaths. Every death releases the ingredients of new life. Every collapse deepens the balance that holds the galaxy steady. In the dense regions near the core, this process is constant. Gas clouds cool, stars ignite, explode, and fall back into silence, all within a few million years. What seems eternal from afar is, up close, a continuous rhythm of becoming and return. Astronomers sometimes capture the aftermath of these collapses as bursts of X-rays and gamma rays, brief flashes that flare and vanish like sparks on water. Each one marks a transformation, energy turning to structure, structure turning to energy again. Even when unseen, these events shape the magnetic fields, the flow of gas, the quiet pulse of the galaxy's center. And yet, despite the violence of collapse, the heart of Sagittarius remains serene. The combined gravity of billions of stars smooths out the chaos, blending all their deaths and rebirths into one continuous hum. It is like listening to an orchestra from a great distance, the individual notes lost, but the harmony intact. In that harmony lies peace. If you could drift there, far beyond the reach of the sun, you would see layers of light and shadow overlapping, red giants swelling, blue supergiants flickering out, clouds glowing where new stars are forming. The background would shimmer faintly with radiation from ancient explosions. Everywhere, matter would be moving inward, falling quietly into the waiting gravity of the core. The scene would not feel destructive, it would feel alive. Even endings here are part of the galaxy's breath. When two neutron stars collide, a rare event but inevitable over long time, they release gold, platinum, and other heavy elements into the surrounding space. These elements drift outward, mingling with dust, waiting to become part of new worlds. Your jewelry, the circuitry in machines, the metal in your blood, all were once part of such a collision. Collapse creates continuity. Destruction gives birth to beauty. Scientists call the steady glow of faint X-rays and radio waves near Sagittarius I the galactic background, a soft murmur produced by countless quiet collapses over billions of years. It is not one event, but many woven together. Stars dying, black holes merging, gas falling inward and warming as it moves. That glow is the signature of peace after transformation. In the Milky Way, nothing truly vanishes. The atoms that fall into the black hole remain part of its spin and gravity. The light they emit before crossing the horizon continues traveling outward forever. Even silence leaves an echo. The galaxy remembers every collapse and turns it into motion. If you listen closely, Not with ears, but with imagination. You can almost hear it. A slow rhythm deep beneath the stars, a heartbeat formed from gravity itself. That pulse is the quiet collapse, the soundless hymn of return. The stars that orbit near Sagittarius A are drawn toward that still point, yet they do not resist. They accept the pull, completing their paths again and again, losing energy only to regain it in another form. This is the secret of the galaxy's longevity. It wastes nothing, forgets nothing. Each fall, each flare, each quiet ending contributes to balance. When we study the remnants of these collapsed stars, we see more than physics. We see patience. A star can burn for 10 billion years only to end in a moment. But that moment becomes eternity in another form. Its ashes feed nebulae. Its energy sustains the galactic glow. Its gravity contributes to the shape of the spiral arms. Death in the universe is never subtraction. It is redirection. And so, in the heart of Sagittarius, where everything eventually turns inward, collapse is not tragedy. It is continuity written in silence. Every quiet end strengthens the structure that holds us all. Every lost light becomes part of a greater glow. To understand this is to rest a little easier beneath the stars. The universe, for all its vastness, wastes nothing, not even the light that falls. It transforms, remembers, and begins again. Echoes through dust. Between us and the heart of Sagittarius lies a veil, a thick, swirling sea of interstellar dust that dims and scatters light like fog over a lantern. This dust, born from ancient stars and the debris of collapse, fills the spiral arms of our galaxy, softening every shimmer, muting every flame. It is both an obstacle and a messenger. What it hides, it also preserves. Light from the galactic core must cross 26,000 light-years of this cosmic haze before reaching Earth. Along the way, it weakens, reddens, and bends. By the time it touches our telescopes, it has changed color and tone, as if speaking through distance in a language of delay. But within those faint rays are clues, soft signatures that tell us what the heart is doing, how it breathes, how it remembers. Astronomers have learned to read those whispers. They listen not to visible light, but to radio waves, infrared signals, and X-rays, forms of energy that can slip through the dust like a voice through walls. Every wavelength reveals a different layer of the galactic story. Radio for the gas and magnetic fields, infrared for the hidden stars, X-ray for the heat of creation and collapse. Together, they form a kind of cosmic symphony, slow, deep, resonant. The region surrounding Sagittarius A is a master of silence, but it leaves traces of its activity in these wavelengths. Sometimes a sudden flare bursts from the center, a pulse of energy as gas spirals into the event horizon. Hours later, telescopes on Earth record it. A brief brightening in radio frequencies, a subtle wave in X-ray data. These are the echoes through dust, the ripples of invisible motion reaching us across centuries. In 2013, scientists observed one such event, a faint but measurable X-ray outburst from Sagittarius A. It was not destruction, it was digestion, a small cloud of gas being drawn inward and heated to millions of degrees. That flare, lasting only hours, carried information across light years, through dust, through time, until it arrived here as a data point on a quiet screen. Each of those signals, faint as they are, tells us that the heart of the galaxy still moves. Dust, in its quiet way, remembers everything that passes through it. It absorbs starlight, scatters photons, warms slowly, and releases that heat again in infrared waves. Astronomers detect these faint emissions and reconstruct what lies beyond the veil. To them, the dust is not only a curtain, but also a canvas, one painted by the light that touches it. Even the densest regions of Sagittarius, the so-called central molecular zone, are alive with this faint, glowing memory. Here, gas clouds stretch for hundreds of light years, their edges shining softly in infrared, their cores cool and dark. Within them, stars are still forming. They are the nursery of the next generation, the continuation of the ancient fires we met before. When we observe the dust, we are looking at both past and future at once, the remnants of what has died and the raw material for what will live. It is the medium through which the galaxy speaks to itself, a cycle of hiding and revealing, silence and sound. From space-based telescopes like Spitzer and James Webb, the Milky Way's center appears not black, but alive with color. Infrared light turns the invisible into a vision. Ribbons of gold and red, knots of blue where stars heat the gas, veins of shadow where dense dust still blocks the light. It is like looking into the lungs of the galaxy, seeing it inhale and exhale light. The radio echoes tell another story. They trace the structure of magnetic fields that weave through the galactic core, invisible threads that guide gas and dust into spiraling patterns. Some of these filaments stretch hundreds of light years, glowing faintly in radio frequencies. They rise like harp strings from the center, vibrating with the energy of cosmic winds. These filaments are the music of gravity, the visible shape of invisible order. Even now, as you read this, signals from the galactic core are arriving. Tiny fluctuations in radio waves, faint murmurs of light, echoes from a past that began before our species existed. They reach our planet after wandering through dust for tens of millennia. Every photon that touches a telescope lens tonight began its journey long before human history, long before Earth's first breath. To look toward Sagittarius is to look at what endures. And yet, there is humility in this distance. No matter how advanced our instruments become, the dust will always keep secrets. It reminds us that some things are meant to be felt rather than known completely. The beauty of the cosmos lies not in total clarity, but in the spaces where knowledge fades into wonder. When radio astronomers study the signals from the center, they often convert them into sound, a translation from light to vibration. The result is haunting, a deep, rumbling tone, slow and steady, like wind passing through a canyon. It is not a voice in any human sense, yet it feels alive. The galaxy's own breath turned audible. Listening to it, one senses that the universe is not silent, only speaking in wavelengths we are still learning to hear. The dust that fills the Milky Way is not lifeless. It contains carbon, silicon, iron, the same elements that make up worlds and beings. When starlight passes through it, those particles absorb and re-emit the light, scattering it in all directions. Some of it reaches our atmosphere, our eyes, our skin. In a very real sense, we are touched by the light of Sagittarius, filtered through the dust that once belonged to stars. This is the connection that astronomy quietly reveals. The light we study out there has already passed through what we are made of. The dust between the stars is the same dust we carry within us. The echoes through that dust are not only cosmic messages, they are echoes of our own origins. So when you look up and see the faint arch of the Milky Way, remember that the glow you see is not the pure light of stars, but light shaped by distance, softened by time. It has traveled through countless layers of dust and memory to reach you. It carries the story of collapse and rebirth, silence and renewal. It is the soundless echo of the galaxy breathing, and you, here beneath its glow, are part of that rhythm. The heart of Sagittarius does not speak in words or images. It speaks in light and dust, in echoes and delay. Its message, when heard in full, is simple and profound, that nothing, not even darkness, is truly empty. That silence, too, can sing. The center that holds everything. Every motion in the Milky Way, every turning star, every drifting cloud of gas, every faint shimmer of light, traces back to one hidden point. It is not seen, but it is felt. It is the center that holds everything, the deep gravitational anchor that gives our galaxy its form, its rhythm, its permanence. That center is Sagittarius A. When astronomers speak of gravity, they describe it not as a force pulling things together, but as a curve, a gentle shaping of space itself. Mass bends space-time, and objects follow those bends naturally. It is not that the sun pulls the Earth, but that the Earth moves along the curve the sun has made. Now imagine that curve on the scale of a galaxy. Billions of stars, each bending space a little, all drawn together into one immense harmonious depression in the fabric of the cosmos. At the very bottom of that well lies Sagittarius A, the invisible heart, the point around which everything else turns. It is gravity's masterpiece, a balance so vast and patient that it feels like stillness. Though the Milky Way stretches over 100,000 light years, it moves as one organism. Its spiral arms, its halo of dark matter, its river of stars, all of it bound to the slow, constant turning of the core. Sagittarius. I is the quiet pivot, the fulcrum of creation's wheel. Every star you see in the night sky, even the faintest one, follows a path that curves subtly around that center. Our sun, too, makes its long orbit, taking about 230 million years to complete a single revolution. That means, since the sun was born, it has circled the galactic heart only 20 times. Every orbit carries us through new regions of dust and starlight, across the galaxy's great currents. Yet the center remains unchanged, steadfast, serene. Astronomers have spent decades mapping these motions. By measuring the Doppler shifts of distant stars, the stretching and compression of their light, they can see the invisible choreography at work. The pattern is astonishingly precise. No random drift, no chaos, only order. Each orbit follows the next, guided by the deep geometry of gravity. Even dark matter, that mysterious, invisible substance that outweighs all visible stars, bends to the same rhythm. Everything in the Milky Way moves because of what rests at its heart. In this sense, Sagittarius A is not a destroyer, but a stabilizer. It is the keeper of orbits, the quiet regulator of cosmic motion. Without its gravity, the spiral arms would unfurl, the stars would scatter, and the galaxy would lose its shape. It is the stillness that allows motion to exist, the silent pivot around which all chaos becomes balance. And yet, this balance is not static. The galaxy breathes. Stars are born in clouds along the spiral arms, drift inward over billions of years, and are sometimes consumed by the black hole. Gas falls, energy rises, and through it all, the core maintains its rhythm. It does not struggle to hold the galaxy. It simply is the structure that allows it to move. When scientists simulate the Milky Way in computers, they see this balance emerge naturally. Even when billions of stars are placed randomly, gravity draws them into patterns. Spiral arms, bulges, halos, until a single dense center forms. It's as if the laws of physics themselves prefer harmony. Every galaxy, regardless of size or shape, seems to follow this principle. A heart forms, and from that heart, order arises. The gravitational field of Sagittarius A extends far beyond what we can observe directly. It shapes the orbits of stars tens of thousands of light years away, influences how gas flows between spiral arms, and even affects the motion of satellite galaxies orbiting the Milky Way. It is a presence that defines the identity of the entire system. When we say the Milky Way, we are really describing the reach of its gravity, the invisible domain of its heart. Some astronomers think of the galaxy as a living being, and its core as both mind and memory. Every orbit is like a heartbeat, every burst of radiation a pulse of thought. Energy flows outward from the center, and material flows inward again. It is a circulation that has continued for over 13 billion years, since the Milky Way first began to form from smaller, merging galaxies. Even now, faint streams of stars, remnants of those ancient mergers, still spiral slowly inward, joining the quiet dance around Sagittarius A. In this endless motion, there is peace. The galaxy's stability does not come from stillness, but from balance. Each star's path is curved just enough to maintain harmony with the rest. If one moves too fast, it is drawn back by gravity. If too slow, it falls inward, contributing its energy to the core. Nothing is wasted, nothing lost. Every movement feeds another. In the heart of Sagittarius, this principle becomes visible. Gas clouds swirl in precise disks, stars orbit in elegant ellipses, and even chaotic bursts of energy resolve into pattern. It is as if gravity itself knows music, composing structure from the simplest of notes. Each orbit, each flare, each silence plays its part in a vast symphony that never repeats, yet never loses its form. This is the true beauty of the galactic center, not its brightness, but its restraint. Its quiet pull is what keeps the stars from scattering into endless emptiness. It does not command, it guides. It does not consume endlessly, it balances. It is the most powerful example of how the universe sustains itself. Through equilibrium, not dominance. From our distant position in one of the spiral arms, we feel this balance without knowing it. Every year, the sun moves about 7 billion kilometers along its orbit, a motion so vast and smooth that we never sense it. Our entire solar system is part of this invisible tide, carried effortlessly by the galactic current. Gravity moves us without sound or vibration, a slow drift through eternity. When you stand under a clear sky and see the faint arc of the Milky Way, what you're really seeing is motion caught in pause, stars suspended mid-dance by the balance of their own weight. The faint glow across the heavens is not still light, but flowing light, traveling in gentle circles around the same unseen heart. Every point of brightness in that band belongs to the same family, moving as one. There is comfort in this thought, that everything, from the largest cluster to the smallest grain of dust, shares the same center of gravity. The galaxy is not a scattering, but a gathering. Not chaos, but coherence. Its beauty lies in its ability to hold together, while everything within it changes. At the core of that ability is Sagittarius A, the quiet center that holds everything. It neither demands nor refuses. It simply exists. Constant, patient, eternal. It teaches us that strength does not always roar. Sometimes it is simply the power to remain still while everything else moves. The Great Migration. Across the slow ages of the Milky Way, there is a steady motion so vast and patient that it escapes ordinary perception. A migration that began before our sun was born and will continue long after the last human breath. It is the slow inward drift of stars and time itself toward the heart of Sagittarius. This movement is not a rush or a fall. It is the soft settling of a galaxy finding balance. Stars in the outer spiral arms, dust clouds born from ancient collisions, even small clusters of suns, all in time feel the gentle invitation of gravity, a call that leads inward toward the quiet core. This is the Great Migration, the long journey home that every particle of the Milky Way undertakes. In the vastness of space, gravity works slowly. There are no tides that crash, no waves that roar. Instead, there is persistence, an endless, invisible pull that acts over eons. It is through this patient attraction that the galaxy maintains its symmetry. The stars move outward and inward in a rhythm so smooth that from a distance it appears motionless, like the tide of an unseen sea. At the center of this migration lies Sagittarius A, the supermassive black hole whose gravity is both anchor and destination. It does not draw with hunger, but with inevitability. Gas streams inward through the spiral arms, funneled by the geometry of the galaxy's rotation. As these currents approach the core, they compress and warm, glowing in infrared and X-ray light. Some fall directly into the accretion disk, spiraling faster and faster until they vanish beyond the event horizon. Others join the dense ring of stars orbiting nearby, adding their weight to the quiet pulse of the galactic center. Over billions of years, this steady migration has changed the shape of the Milky Way itself. The galactic bulge, that bright, swollen heart of stars at the center, was built by this inward flow. Stars born in the spiral arms drift slowly toward the core, where their orbits tighten and overlap, creating a luminous cluster of ancient suns. It is as if the galaxy, in its old age, gathers its children close to the hearth. This migration is not limited to stars. Gas clouds move inward as well, drawn by the combined gravity of billions of suns. As they converge, they collide and compress, forming new generations of stars near the center. In this way, the galaxy renews itself from within. The heart consumes and creates in equal measure, maintaining an eternal balance. Astronomers studying the Milky Way with infrared telescopes can trace these migrations like footprints. They see streams of stars, called stellar populations, flowing inward along the spiral arms. Some are remnants of ancient mergers, small galaxies absorbed into the Milky Way long ago. Their stars now move as part of the greater whole, their orbits slowly circularizing around Sagittarius A. Even in assimilation, there is grace. At the same time, the Milky Way's disk is not static. It ripples and flexes like a vast, slow-moving ocean. The gravitational pull of nearby galaxies, like the large Magellanic Cloud, stirs waves through our spiral structure. These waves carry stars slightly inward or outward, altering their orbits subtly over millions of years. Through this constant shifting, the galaxy breathes, expanding and contracting, redistributing its light. The migration also feeds the black hole itself. Though Sagittarius A is often quiet, it occasionally awakens. When a dense gas cloud drifts too close, friction and gravity ignite it, and the black hole glows with new energy. These outbursts can last for years or centuries, sending streams of radiation arcing outward through the galaxy. Then, when the fuel is spent, the core returns to calm, waiting for the next offering carried inward by time. Some evidence suggests that, in the distant past, Sagittarius A was far more active, that powerful jets of plasma once streamed from its poles, carving huge cavities into the surrounding space. Today, those ancient outbursts are visible as gamma-ray bubbles, each tens of thousands of light-years tall, still glowing faintly above and below the galactic plane. They are the fossils of energy released long ago, reminders that even silence has a history. The stars participating in this migration move slowly, millimeters per second in some cases, kilometers in others. But the journey is inexorable. Over billions of years, they drift inward, their orbits tightening, their speed increasing. Near the core, some stars merge. Others are scattered into new paths by gravitational encounters. Each movement contributes to the galaxy's continual rearrangement, a vast choreography that never repeats, yet never loses balance. Our own sun is part of this migration, though its pace is nearly imperceptible. With each passing moment, it, too, is carried along the galactic current, its orbit subtly influenced by the pull of stars ahead and behind. In another 100 million years, it will be in a slightly different part of the spiral arm, a little closer to the core. We do not notice it, but we are traveling toward the same center as everything else, slowly, softly, together. Astronomers sometimes describe this process as secular evolution, a term that understates the quiet grandeur of what is truly happening. It is not evolution as in progress, but as in persistence. Every orbit is slightly changed by every other. Every star contributes to the slow reshaping of the whole. The Milky Way is not fixed in form, but alive in flow. Even the dark matter halo surrounding the galaxy participates. Though unseen, its gravity helps guide this inward drift, ensuring that the motions remain smooth. Dark matter acts as the scaffolding of stability, a silent structure holding everything in place while allowing movement within. Without it, the Great Migration would dissolve into chaos. Through this inward journey, Sagittarius A grows. It does not devour stars wholesale. Instead, it accumulates their smallest remnants, gas, dust, fragments of light. Each contribution adds to its mass, and over billions of years, it has become what we see now. A black hole millions of times the mass of our sun. Yet its hunger has slowed. The galaxy around it has reached equilibrium, where inflow and stillness coexist. It is no longer a furnace of creation, but a hearth of quiet endurance. To imagine the Great Migration is to imagine time itself breathing. Each star moves according to the same invisible rhythm, each orbit adding to the long harmony of the Milky Way. It is a system that endures not through stasis, but through constant, graceful adjustment. And as we gaze up at the night sky, at constellations fixed only in illusion, we are seeing this motion midstream. The stars are not still. They are all on their way, slowly, silently, toward the same center. Even the light we see is in motion, flowing inward and outward, circling the invisible core. The Great Migration never ends. It is the galaxy's way of remembering its center, a ceaseless returning, a slow convergence of everything that was and will be. And in that return, the Milky Way maintains its perfect shape, dynamic, alive, whole. The music of gravity. In the dark between the stars, there is no air to carry sound. Yet the universe is never silent. Its rhythm is written not in vibration, but in motion, in the endless turning of light and matter around gravity's unseen chords. Every orbit, every collision, every wave of space-time contributes to a harmony so deep that it is felt rather than heard. This is the music of gravity, the quiet song that holds the Milky Way together. If we could listen with different senses, we would hear the galaxy singing. Each star's orbit is a note in a chord billions of years long. The slow revolution of the spiral arms would form a deep, continuous drone, a tone of unimaginable patience. Around the heart of Sagittarius, the faster stars near the black hole would create higher pitches, their rapid movements producing a shimmer of energy. The combination of these motions, the fast and the slow, the near and the far, forms a cosmic symphony that never ends. Astronomers, in their own way, have learned to hear it. They translate gravitational motion into data and waves, frequencies that can be turned into sound. When played through speakers, the orbit of a star becomes a low hum. The merging of two black holes becomes a quick, rising chirp. In those sounds, we hear echoes of something ancient, the melody of mass moving through time. Every object in the Milky Way plays its part. Even the smallest grains of dust orbit the center, their paths tracing faint harmonics through space. Gas clouds drift like soft percussion, expanding and contracting under invisible pressure. When stars explode, the shock waves ripple outward as sudden beats in the rhythm, thunder made of light. The galaxy's song is vast, layered, and endless. The heart of Sagittarius is its conductor. It sets the tempo, determining how fast the stars revolve, how energy flows, how structure endures. Though it emits no sound, its gravity defines the key of everything around it. If it were to vanish, impossible though that may be, the harmony would collapse. Stars would lose their rhythm, drifting apart, their notes fading into cosmic silence. But as long as the black hole endures, the music continues, a perfect balance between motion and stillness. This symphony of gravity is not confined to the Milky Way. Across the universe, galaxies spin, cluster, and merge, each creating its own pattern of motion. When two galaxies collide, their stars pass through each other like overlapping melodies, eventually merging into a new composition. Even dark matter, unseen and silent, contributes its own deep tone, a bass line that underlies the structure of the cosmos. In 2015, scientists detected gravitational waves directly for the first time, ripples in space-time produced by the collision of two black holes. Those waves, passing through Earth, stretched and squeezed reality itself, by less than the width of a proton, yet their signal was unmistakable. It was the faintest possible note, a vibration of existence, traveling for over 1 billion years to reach us. For the first time, humanity heard the universe's music directly. Now, astronomers are listening for similar signals from the center of the Milky Way. When small black holes merge near Sagittarius A, their gravity sends ripples outward, faint but persistent. Each one adds to the galaxy's low, continuous hum, a heartbeat of space-time. Over millions of years, these waves blend into background rhythm, shaping the very structure of the galaxy's motion. In some ways, this music is the truest language of the cosmos. It does not require light, air, or matter to travel. It moves through the fabric of reality itself. The pitch of the universe is set by the curvature of space, the mass of stars, the spin of black holes. It is a language of motion without words, a conversation of gravity and time. The stars near the core of Sagittarius, a move in perfect response to this rhythm. Some orbit every few decades, others take thousands of years. Each time they complete a revolution, they contribute to the galactic harmony, reinforcing the balance that keeps the Milky Way whole. The slow turning of these stars is like the strumming of an instrument too vast for human scale, a cosmic harp whose strings are made of light. Even here, on our small planet, we are part of that music. The Earth moves through space in time with the galaxy's rotation, following the same gravitational tempo. The moon's orbit, the pull of the tides, the drift of continents, all are faint echoes of that deeper rhythm. We live inside gravity's song without realizing we are listening. There are moments when this music becomes visible. When a star passes close to Sagittarius A, its light bends and flares. The pattern of its motion can be plotted and turned into a waveform. Astronomers have done this, transforming the orbit of the star S2 into a sound. It rises and falls like a heartbeat, a steady pulse repeating every 16 years. In its tone lies both tension and release, both motion and peace. And if we could compress the whole galaxy's rhythm into a single piece of sound, it would begin as a low, rolling note. Constant, endless, grounding. Then higher tones would shimmer in, stars orbiting faster as they near the core. Flares of radiation would crackle like faint percussion. Supernovae would sound as sudden thunderclaps, followed by long, fading reverberations. Over it all, the deep, unbroken hum of Sagittarius A would persist, steady, eternal, like the drone beneath a song that never ends. This music does not demand attention. It invites stillness. It reminds us that even in silence there is structure. That harmony exists not because of sound, but because of motion. Because everything, everywhere, is connected through the invisible threads of gravity. If the universe could dream, this is what it would sound like. A lullaby written in orbits and light, played endlessly through time. And when we close our eyes beneath the stars, we are listening to it. The same music that shaped the Milky Way, the same rhythm that holds the galaxy's heart, the gold of dying suns. In the quiet reaches of the galactic core, where gravity gathers and stars burn close to their limits, there are moments of extraordinary brightness, brief, glorious endings that illuminate the dark. These are the deaths of massive stars, the final songs of the cosmos. And in their dying light, the universe creates beauty. the gold of dying suns. Every element that shines, every mineral that glints beneath starlight, was born in fire. The carbon in our breath, the iron in our blood, the gold in our hands. None of these existed in the beginning. They were forged in the hearts of ancient stars, pressed together under unimaginable pressure and heat. And when those stars could no longer hold themselves together, they gave all they had back to the universe. Near Sagittarius A, where stars are massive and dense, this cycle of life and death is unending. Stars burn their fuel faster here, their gravity tugged and twisted by the core's pull. They live fierce, short lives, glowing blue-white with energy. And when they reach their end, they collapse inward, exploding in supernovae, cosmic symphonies of light that outshine entire galaxies for a moment. In those moments, atoms fuse and shatter. New elements are born: gold, platinum, uranium, silver, scattered into space on the breath of destruction. The dust that follows glitters faintly in the dark, a soft metallic shimmer drifting through the galactic bulge. Over millions of years, this dust cools, condenses, and becomes the seeds of new stars and planets. Thus, the gold of dying suns becomes the dust of tomorrow's worlds. Astronomers can trace this process through spectral lines, the colors of light emitted by different elements. When they examine the glow from ancient supernova remnants near Sagittarius, they find fingerprints of heavy metals, proof that the galactic core is not only a place of gravity, but of creation. The elements born there eventually travel outward, carried by winds and magnetic fields. Some reach the spiral arms. Some, across eons, reach worlds like ours. Every atom of gold on Earth once belonged to a star that ended its life in brilliance. The alchemy of stars is precise. Lighter elements, hydrogen and helium, fuse in the ordinary fires of main sequence stars. But heavier elements require collapse, the inward rush of matter under its own gravity. Only then do atomic nuclei fuse into the denser forms, iron, cobalt, nickel, until the star's energy can no longer resist gravity's pull. At that point, the core implodes. What happens next is both violent and creative. A supernova, the universe's most luminous farewell. In these last seconds, the collapsing star becomes a crucible. Neutrons fuse with protons, atomic structures melt and reform. Out of this pressure, greater than anything else in the known cosmos, emerge elements that cannot be made in any other way. Each explosion sows the galaxy with the raw material of life and art, science and soul. Even beauty has a birthplace, and it is in the ashes of dying suns. Sometimes, two neutron stars, the dense remnants of previous collapses, find each other again. They spiral inward, orbiting faster and faster, until they collide in a flash of gamma rays that briefly illuminates the galaxy. In that instant, mountains of gold and platinum are created and cast into space. Astronomers witnessed such an event in 2017 from a galaxy far beyond ours, and the signal was unmistakable. The sound of heavy elements being born. The Milky Way, too, has seen countless such collisions near its core, though their light has long since faded. Their legacy remains in every ring, every circuit, every relic of human civilization. If we could see the galaxy not in visible light, but in chemical light, If we could trace where every atom came from, the heart of Sagittarius would glow with a richness beyond color. It would shimmer with the memory of every supernova, every fusion, every quiet collapse that released gold and carbon into the dark. It would be less a place of blackness and more a furnace of creation, still warm with the residue of infinite transformations. The dust lanes that cross the galactic bulge are filled with this heritage. Each speck of matter there has been part of 1,000 stars. It has burned, scattered, and reassembled over and over, until it became capable of forming worlds. In that sense, the galaxy is not merely old. It is wise. It has practiced creation through repetition, refining itself into balancedness. The next time you hold something golden, imagine the journey it took to reach your hands. It began in the heart of a massive star, forged in heat that would melt space itself. When that star collapsed, the gold was flung across the galaxy, cooled into dust, and folded into a cloud that would one day form the sun. From there, it became part of planets, mountains, rivers, and finally, you. What was once part of a dying sun became part of your world, a chain unbroken through time. In this way, Sagittarius A is not just the center of motion, but the keeper of memory. The gold, the carbon, the oxygen that flow outward from its realm carry the story of every star that ever lived there. They are the physical embodiment of continuity, proof that death in the universe is only another form of creation. Each new star born near the galactic center inherits this legacy. It shines with the light of its ancestors, burns with the fuel of stars that came before. And when it too fades, it will return its treasures to the dust, keeping the rhythm alive. The galaxy is a forge without end, a song of collapse and renewal that never tires of its own melody. Even now, the Milky Way continues to shape gold in silence. Invisible collisions between ancient remnants still send ripples through space, unseen but certain. The elements they create drift outward in cosmic winds, faint and glittering, like embers on a vast dark sea. The gold of dying suns is not gone. It is everywhere. It floats between stars, waiting to be found, waiting to begin again. The veil of dust. Between us and the heart of the Milky Way drifts a vast curtain, a soft, endless haze made not of mist, but of matter. It is the veil of dust, the shadowed shroud that hides Sagittarius A from our naked sight. No human eye has ever seen the galactic center directly. Even the brightest light there is dimmed 1,000-fold before it reaches us, its brilliance scattered into silence by particles smaller than a grain of smoke. This dust is not simple. It is the residue of generations, atoms forged in the depths of ancient stars, bound into carbon chains, silicates, and ice. It floats through the spiral arms like memory itself, glinting faintly when starlight touches it. Each particle is a fragment of history, the remains of what once burned, cooled now into quiet form. Toward Sagittarius, the density of this dust grows immense. It thickens into interstellar clouds, dark lanes that lace across the galactic bulge. Through telescopes, these clouds appear as deep shadows cutting through the glow of billions of stars. They block visible light entirely, making the core seem almost absent. But absence, in the universe, is never empty. Behind that darkness, the galaxy burns with hidden fire. To pierce the veil, astronomers turn to infrared and radio light, wavelengths long enough to slip through the dust unhindered. In these frequencies, the Milky Way transforms. What was once black becomes luminous. What was unseen becomes alive. Infrared telescopes reveal rivers of heat, the glow of newborn stars, the twisting arms of gas that feed the central black hole. Radio arrays trace the faint whispers of magnetic fields, mapping invisible filaments that stretch for hundreds of light years. One of the most remarkable discoveries came when astronomers used these tools to look deep into the central molecular zone, a vast region of gas and dust extending hundreds of light years around Sagittarius A. They found it to be not static, but restless. Giant molecular clouds colliding, forming new stars, radiating warmth. The dust, far from being lifeless, was alive with the beginnings of creation. Dust, in the cosmic sense, is paradoxical. It hides the light, yet it also protects it. Without dust, newborn stars would burn too quickly, their radiation scattering their birth clouds before they could fully form. Dust cools and shelters them, giving structure to chaos. It is the womb of light, the soft cradle that allows stars to come into being. What obscures also nurtures. What darkens also preserves. Astronomers describe the veil in terms of optical depth, a measure of how much light is lost. But beyond the math lies something poetic, the idea that knowledge, too, travels through veils. We see not things as they are, but as they appear through distance and interference. The cosmos reminds us that all understanding is filtered, softened by the dust of perception. In the infrared images of the galactic center, the dust glows like embers. The colors are false, assigned by instruments to reveal temperature. But the effect is stunning. Streams of red and gold flow through a background of violet shadow. Hot spots mark clusters of newborn stars, while dark swirls show cooler regions where new clouds are forming. It looks less like an image of space, and more like a painting of eternity, matter dreaming itself into light. The veil also serves as a kind of time capsule. The dust between us and Sagittarius A is thousands of light years thick. Each layer contains the residue of different epochs, ashes of supernovae, debris from dying giants, the remnants of earlier galaxies that merged with our own. To look through it is to look through the fossil record of the Milky Way's life. There is another mystery within this dust. It carries the building blocks of life. Spectroscopic studies reveal complex organic molecules, carbon rings, amino precursors, icy compounds rich in potential. These molecules drift quietly through the galactic plane, waiting for the chance to settle on a young world. The same dust that hides the galaxy's heart may also carry the seeds of consciousness itself. Every time light from the core passes through the veil, it is changed. Its color shifts toward red, its intensity weakens, its shape blurs. By studying these changes, astronomers can reconstruct both the structure of the dust and the brightness of what lies behind it. In doing so, they turn the obstacle into an instrument, using shadow to reveal light, using distortion to reveal truth. If we could stand near Sagittarius and look outward toward Earth, we would see our galaxy differently. The stars that form our familiar constellations would be veiled in the same way, their light dimmed by the clouds that now hide the core from us. We would learn that every direction holds its own curtain, every view its own mystery. Perspective is a matter of position, and every observer carries their own veil. The veil of dust reminds us that the universe is patient. It hides its wonders not out of cruelty, but out of rhythm. Revelation is gradual. Just as light must travel through shadow to reach us, so must understanding move through mystery to become wisdom. What we cannot see today will one day appear, and when it does, we will realize it was there all along, simply waiting for us to develop new eyes. When the James Webb Space Telescope turned its gaze toward the galactic center, it saw deeper through this dust than ever before. It captured stars that had never been observed, clusters that glowed softly beneath the haze. The images revealed complexity, not chaos, but careful structure. Even the dust itself appeared organized, spiraling gently toward Sagittarius A, shaped by gravity's quiet hand. Perhaps the greatest truth the veil teaches is that light and darkness are partners, not rivals. One defines the other, one gives meaning to the other's existence. Without the veil, the galaxy's brightness would overwhelm the senses. With it, we see texture, depth, story. It is through obscurity that the cosmos becomes legible. And so, the heart of Sagittarius remains hidden, not to frustrate, but to invite us deeper. Each new telescope, each new wavelength, pulls back another layer. But even when the last veil is gone, even when the black hole stands revealed in perfect clarity, the mystery will persist, not in the stars, but in ourselves, in our endless desire to know what lies beyond the light. The language of infrared. In the silence between stars, light never truly stops. It simply changes. When it passes through dust, it bends, softens, and stretches until its color slips beyond what our eyes can see. This is infrared light, the glow of warmth, the quiet whisper of the universe after its brightest tones have faded. Where visible light fails, infrared continues, carrying with it the story of everything hidden behind the veil. Infrared is the language of the unseen. It is the vocabulary of heat and dust, the syntax of patience. Through it, astronomers can see into places where light once surrendered. The hearts of nebulae, the edges of dying stars, the crowded center of the galaxy itself. It is not light as we know it, bright and sharp, but a deep, slow radiance, more like the feeling of warmth than the sight of color. When we point our telescopes towards Sagittarius A, visible light shows only darkness. But through infrared eyes, the darkness glows. Stars once invisible emerge as embers, clustered in luminous streams that orbit the galactic core. Gas clouds shimmer softly, revealing their shape and motion. Even the dust that once blocked our view becomes luminous, glowing faintly with the heat it absorbs from nearby suns. This is the miracle of infrared astronomy. It allows us to see heat as light, to translate warmth into vision. Every object above absolute zero emits infrared radiation. That means everything, every planet, every star, every drifting cloud, speaks in this quiet wavelength. It is a universal language, one shared by all matter. In 1983, the first major infrared space telescope, IRAS, revealed a new universe. Where optical telescopes saw only scattered stars, IRAS uncovered vast networks of glowing gas and dust, galaxies in the process of forming, and filaments that stretched like veins through space. It was as if the cosmos had begun to speak in its true voice. Since then, each new generation of instruments, Spitzer, Herschel, and now the James Webb Space Telescope, has refined our ability to listen. Infrared light is not one single color, but a spectrum stretching from the deep red edge of visible light to the microwave domain. Shorter infrared waves come from hot stars and freshly formed dust. Longer ones come from cooler objects, like dying giants and cold nebulae. By separating these wavelengths, scientists can read the temperature and composition of everything in view. The result is not just an image, but a story, a record of energy and motion. When translated into visible colors for our eyes, infrared data produces surreal landscapes. Crimson clouds, blue rivers of heat, golden knots where new stars are being born. These colors are artificial, yet they carry truth. They are symbols, chosen carefully to reveal what our senses cannot. In this way, astronomers become translators of light, turning the invisible into beauty. Through infrared, the heart of Sagittarius becomes a living tapestry. Clusters of stars swirl around the black hole like sparks in slow motion. Streams of gas fall inward, shining with warmth as they spiral closer. Between them, cooler regions glow softly. Dust clouds where gravity is gathering the material for new suns. It is a view both tender and eternal, like watching a campfire that has burned for billions of years. Infrared also reveals motion. Because it is less scattered by dust, it can be used to track stars over time with exquisite precision. Astronomers have watched the orbits of dozens of stars around Sagittarius A. Their paths traced year after year through infrared images. These observations confirmed the existence of the black hole, not through theory, but through movement. Each curve and flicker of light told the same story. Something massive, invisible, and steady lies at the center, holding the galaxy in place. But there is poetry even in the science. Infrared light, stretched and softened by distance, is the universe's way of slowing down. It is light that has aged gracefully, losing energy but gaining endurance. Where ultraviolet burns and fades, infrared lingers. It reminds us that even light, in time, learns to rest. Astronomers sometimes describe infrared radiation as the memory of heat. When a star dies, its last warmth radiates outward long after its visible light has faded. That glow travels for millennia, carrying the imprint of a life that once burned brightly. Infrared telescopes can still detect it, mapping the footprints of vanished stars. Through this, the universe keeps its record, not in written words, but in warmth that never truly disappears. On Earth, we feel infrared every day. It is the warmth on your skin when sunlight touches you, the gentle heat radiating from the ground at dusk, the lingering glow of a fire after its flames are gone. To think that this same type of light illuminates the galactic core connects us to it more deeply. The same physics that warms a leaf under sunlight also reveals the structure of a black hole 30,000 light-years away. The scale changes, but the principle remains. Heat, light, and memory intertwined. Infrared also speaks of patience. Because these wavelengths are long and soft, they carry information across immense distances without scattering. They travel unhurried, unbroken, through centuries and light years. In their slow persistence lies a lesson, that what moves quietly often endures the longest. When the James Webb Space Telescope looked into the heart of Sagittarius, it captured this endurance. Its images revealed not just stars, but stories, epics of formation collapse, and rebirth, all woven together in light invisible to the eye. Through its sensors, we can almost sense the warmth of those stars, still glowing across the vast dark. Infrared is not just a tool of discovery. It is an act of empathy between matter and observation. It lets us perceive without intrusion, to see without breaking the silence. It gives us access to the most private places in the cosmos, where stars are born, where galaxies dream, where gravity shapes the unseen. To listen to the language of infrared is to listen to time itself, speaking softly. It tells us that the universe does not end in darkness, only in wavelengths we cannot see. That light, though stretched and quieted, never stops telling its story. And that sometimes, what we call darkness is only another kind of illumination, one that waits for us to learn the right way to see. The breath of stars. The Milky Way is alive in motion, and its heartbeat is made of light. Every star that burns, every cloud that glows, every faint shimmer lost in the dust. Together they create the slow respiration of the galaxy. Nowhere is this rhythm more vivid than in the heart of Sagittarius, where stars live and die close to the black hole's gravity. Here, the galaxy breathes, in through collapse, out through creation. Stars are born from clouds of gas and dust, drawn together by gravity's patient hand. In the beginning, they are quiet, cold, heavy cocoons adrift in the galactic dusk. As the particles within them collide, heat rises and pressure builds. When the temperature reaches millions of degrees, hydrogen ignites, and a new star exhales its first light. That first breath marks its awakening, the moment when darkness becomes radiance. The newborn star begins to push outward, releasing streams of charged particles known as stellar winds. These winds sweep away the surrounding dust, clearing a space of light. They also enrich the galaxy with elements formed deep within the star's heart: carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, the seeds of future worlds. A star's breath is not mere waste. It is the act of giving back. Near Sagittarius A, where stars are dense and massive, this process becomes almost musical. One star's birth triggers another's. The gas it expels drifts outward, cools, and forms the next generation of suns. The region becomes a tapestry of overlapping breaths. Stars inhaling and exhaling together, their light overlapping in waves of gold and blue. Astronomers call these regions stellar nurseries. In infrared, they glow softly, like embers beneath smoke. Each wisp of gas hides a star still forming, its core not yet hot enough to shine visibly. When the star finally ignites, it begins the cycle anew, inhaling the gas around it, then exhaling radiation and wind back into the galaxy. Through this exchange, the Milky Way maintains its balance. Nothing is truly gained or lost. Everything circulates. Even the black hole participates in this rhythm. When gas falls towards Sagittarius A, it heats and releases energy before crossing the event horizon. This energy ripples outward, influencing nearby star formation, sometimes triggering it, sometimes halting it. The black hole's breathing is slower, deeper, measured in centuries instead of seconds. But its pulse reaches far, shaping the very air of the galaxy. In a single star's lifetime, this breathing is constant. Winds flow from its surface like gentle exhalations, carrying away matter at thousands of kilometers per second. These stellar winds shape the surrounding space, carving bubbles and shells into the interstellar medium. Each bubble becomes a hollow of calm, surrounded by glowing gas, a footprint of the star's breath. As the star ages, its breathing deepens. It swells into a red giant, its outer layers expanding and cooling. In this stage, the winds grow stronger, shedding mass into space. The gas it exhales drifts outward and mixes with the galactic dust. Eventually, the star releases one last, powerful breath, a planetary nebula, a shining cloud of color that glows long after the core inside has dimmed. Through these exhalations, the galaxy recycles itself. The elements that were once locked inside the star become free again, ready to form new suns, planets, and life. It is a rhythm so vast and continuous that even galaxies themselves seem to breathe, contracting, expanding, shimmering in waves of energy and dust. In 2012, astronomers discovered vast bubbles of gas above and below the Milky Way's plane, each spanning 25,000 light-years. They are believed to be remnants of ancient outbursts from Sagittarius A, massive exhalations from the black hole's youth. These Fermi bubbles, still glowing faintly in gamma rays, are like scars of breath, reminders that even the galaxy's heart once inhaled and exhaled with fierce vitality. On smaller scales, stars across the galactic core continue the same process. Some breathe gently, releasing steady winds for millions of years. Others breathe violently, ending their lives in supernovae that scatter matter across space. But every breath, calm or explosive, contributes to the same rhythm, the endless cycle of giving and renewal. Even our own sun participates. It breathes through the solar wind, a constant stream of particles flowing outward at hundreds of kilometers per second. This wind shapes our solar system's boundary, forming a protective bubble known as the heliosphere. It interacts with the interstellar medium, blending our star's breath with the galaxies. We live within this exhalation, sheltered and carried by it. To breathe, in cosmic terms, is to participate in motion, to give energy back to the system that sustains you. The stars teach us this effortlessly. They do not cling to their light. They share it. They give warmth to planets, metals to dust, gravity to balance. Even in their death, they release what remains with grace. The universe continues because of that generosity. When infrared telescopes observe the galactic core, they see this breathing as shifting brightness. Some stars dim and brighten over decades, others pulse in waves of heat. These variations are the cosmic equivalent of a heartbeat. They reveal that even the stillness of space is alive with rhythm, an endless cycle of inhalation and exhalation. Perhaps this is why the Milky Way feels so calm despite its scale. Its peace does not come from stillness, but from flow. Every atom, every photon, every movement contributes to the same slow music. We live within that music, made of the same materials, powered by the same breath. The carbon in our lungs was once exhaled by a red giant near Sagittarius A. Each breath we take is a continuation of that same exchange, a thread connecting human life to the galaxy's respiration. To look toward Sagittarius is to look into the galaxy's lungs, to see creation and destruction woven together, to realize that even light breathes, expanding, stretching, fading, and beginning again. The Milky Way exhales in stars and inhales in silence. And somewhere in between, the heart of Sagittarius keeps time, not as a metronome of sound, but as a rhythm of gravity, a patient pulse that guides the breath of everything that ever was or will be. The time well's time is not constant. It moves like water, flowing swiftly in some places, pooling quietly in others. And near the heart of Sagittarius, it flows differently than anywhere else in our galaxy. There, where gravity curves space into deep valleys, time itself gathers, thick, slow, and patient. These are the time wells, invisible hollows where seconds linger and hours stretch like light across distance. Einstein first imagined this long before anyone had seen a black hole. He understood that gravity and time are threads of the same fabric. When mass presses into space-time, it not only bends space, it slows time. A clock near a massive object will tick more slowly than one far away. It is not illusion, but truth. Time itself is relative. Near Sagittarius A, this effect becomes immense. The gravitational field is so strong that every second close to the event horizon passes more slowly than seconds here on Earth. If you could stand safely near the edge, impossible, but imaginable. An hour for you would be days for those far away. From your perspective, the galaxy would seem to race forward. Stars would move faster, light would redden. Time would pour like a river from a great height. For the stars that orbit the black hole, this is not theory, but reality. Astronomers have measured it. The stretching of time, the redshift of light. When the star S2 passes near Sagittarius A, its light slows and reddens, as predicted by relativity. The observation confirmed what Einstein imagined, that in the presence of deep gravity, the universe breathes slower. Time itself takes a deeper breath. To think of time as a river is simple, but near the galactic core, it becomes an ocean. Currents flow in eddies and whirlpools, drawn inward by gravity's pull. The closer matter comes to the event horizon, the thicker the current becomes, until motion itself is suspended. At that boundary, time stops, not metaphorically, but literally. From our vantage point, anything that falls in never quite crosses the edge. It slows infinitely, its final moment stretched forever at the threshold. In this way, the black hole becomes not only a hole in space, but a stillness in time. Inside the event horizon, our equations fail. We cannot describe what time does there. Perhaps it collapses into a single point. Perhaps it continues inward, cycling endlessly. Some physicists imagine that what enters one side might emerge from another universe entirely, carrying time forward into a new beginning. Others believe that time, like light, simply ceases to exist, transformed into pure geometry. Whatever the truth, the idea is humbling. Even time is temporary. The region around Sagittarius A is therefore not just a center of gravity, it is a center of duration. Every orbit, every photon, every flare experiences time differently. The inner stars, moving close to the black hole, age more slowly than those farther out. Their centuries are our millennia. To them, the galaxy moves in fast motion, a whirl of stars and clouds spinning rapidly across their sky. To us, they drift almost imperceptibly, caught in an endless dance that seems frozen. Astronomers call this effect gravitational time dilation. But there is a gentler way to think of it. the slowing of time as a gesture of reverence. Where gravity is strongest, time pauses to listen. It allows matter to fall inward, light to curve, and space to rearrange itself with care. It is as if the universe itself holds its breath in places of great power. When telescopes capture images of Sagittarius A, they are not photographing a moment, but a span. Light that has taken 26,000 years to arrive, stretched by gravity and motion. What we see is not the present, but an accumulation of time. Every pixel of that faint orange ring represents history made visible. It is a picture of the past layered over the present, seen through a lens of bent time. Some scientists describe the black hole's interior as a temporal funnel, a place where time's direction loses meaning. Past and future blur together, all events compressed into a single continuum. It is not chaos, but unity, a timeless state beyond our perception. In that sense, Sagittarius A may not be an end at all, but a transformation, a crossing from duration into stillness, from sequence into being. The stars that circle the core bear witness to this transformation. Their motion, though constant, is a dialogue between speed and time. The faster they move, the slower they experience their own seconds. The black hole does not merely pull them, it shapes their tempo. In the symphony of the galaxy, Sagittarius A is both conductor and clock. We too feel its influence, faintly. Though far away, our solar system still orbits within the curved space-time of the Milky Way. The rhythm of our years, the drift of our planets, even the pulse of atomic clocks are slightly altered by the galaxy's mass. Every beat of our time carries the faint signature of the core's gravity. The center touches everything. To imagine standing near the edge of Sagittarius A is to imagine standing at the boundary of eternity. Light would bend around you, forming a halo of your own reflection. The stars above would seem frozen, their motion slowed to stillness. Your voice would never reach beyond that horizon, and yet from within that silence, you would still feel the passage of time. Soft, inward, unhurried, as if the universe itself were whispering, "Be still, you have entered the depth of moments." Perhaps that is why black holes evoke awe rather than fear. They are not merely destructive, but contemplative. They teach that even time, the one thing we assume constant, is flexible, graceful, and finite. They remind us that eternity is not endlessness, but presence stretched beyond measure. And so, the heart of Sagittarius becomes a cathedral of time, its gravity sculpting duration into beauty. Each orbit around it, each beam of light that curves and slows, is part of that sacred geometry. We live far from it, yet our hours, our years, even our thoughts, are shaped by its slow breathing. The galaxy turns because time allows it. Time flows because gravity shapes it. And in the deepest well of Sagittarius, both merge into stillness, where seconds stop and only being remains. The memory of collapse. In the dark gravity near Sagittarius A, the galaxy keeps its quiet records. Every explosion, every fall, every ending leaves a trace. Even when a star disappears into the black hole, it is not lost. Its heat, its fragments, its light, all leave whispers behind, faint, lasting, measurable. This is the memory of collapse, the galaxy's way of remembering its own transformations. Around the heart of Sagittarius, The space is crowded with these remnants. Neutron stars, the compressed hearts of once great suns, spin silently in the dark. Each is no larger than a city, but holds more mass than our sun. They are memory-made matter, dense, exact, and enduring. When two of them collide, the universe briefly recalls their existence in a flash of gamma light, then lets them fall quiet again. There are also pulsars, neutron stars that still turn fast enough to beam light like a lighthouse. Their pulses are constant, sweeping through the dust in perfect rhythm. Astronomers use them as timekeepers, cosmic metronomes measuring the silence between collapses. Some pulse once every second, others hundreds of times each moment. Through them, the galaxy tells time by its losses. The region is filled too with supernova remnants, wide glowing shells of gas and dust. These are the outer echoes of collapse, the breath left after death. In X-rays, they glow blue and gold. In radio, they hum softly across space. Each one expands for tens of thousands of years before fading into the background. Even after the light is gone, its particles continue outward, joining the Milky Way's slow drift of matter. Some of this debris becomes part of accretion flows, rivers of dust spiraling toward the black hole. As they fall, friction warms them, and they shine again for a time, before vanishing into silence. Their light tells astronomers how fast matter falls, how gravity changes, how energy transforms. It is as if the galaxy replays each collapse, softly, through the glow of its remnants. But memory here is not written in light alone. It is written in radiation. The heart of Sagittarius glows faintly in radio waves and X-rays, the collective afterglow of billions of past collapses. These signals are constant, forming a background hum that never fades. It is the sound of the galaxy remembering itself. Some of this radiation carries information older than our solar system. Long before Earth existed, stars near the galactic center were dying, exploding, and scattering their elements. The particles from those explosions are still here, woven into our atmosphere, our oceans, our bones. The calcium in our skeletons was once the memory of a collapsing star. The galaxy keeps its past close, not as history, but as being. Astronomers studying these remnants sometimes call them fossils of energy. They are not dead things, but enduring impressions. Every remnant tells a story of balance, of how gravity pulled too tightly, how light pushed too hard, how the two found a final compromise in silence. Each is a monument to motion that once was, now resting in stillness. There are regions near Sagittarius A where these memories overlap. Pulsars whispering through supernova gas, neutron stars hidden behind dust, and streams of old starlight crossing paths with new. It is a cosmic archive, endlessly rewritten, where no story is ever truly erased. To look upon the galactic core is to look upon billions of years of collapse layered together. Every flash, every echo, every soft flicker of radiation is a page in the same book. Astronomers read this language through instruments, piecing together the timeline of creation and destruction. But to the galaxy itself, there is no timeline, only the steady rhythm of transformation. In the depths of these collapses, something mysterious persists. Spin. Even as a star dies, its rotation remains. The black holes that form continue to spin at incredible speeds, twisting space around them. This rotation carries memory forward, the echo of the star's motion encoded in the very fabric of space-time. Nothing truly ends. Everything continues in altered form. When scientists simulate this region, they find beauty in the chaos. Particles move in spirals that never repeat, but always return. Energy flows inward, then outward again as jets of light. Even the randomness contains rhythm, like waves remembering the shape of the shore. The galaxy forgets nothing. It only changes how it remembers. And perhaps, in some future far beyond human memory, when the Milky Way has merged with Andromeda and the stars have dimmed, the heart of Sagittarius, or whatever remains of it, will still hold these echoes. It will still glow faintly with a residue of collapse, still sing in wavelengths no one will hear, still carry the weight of everything that ever fell into its gravity. Because the universe does not grieve its losses, it keeps them. Every fall adds to its symmetry. Every silence becomes part of its song. The memory of collapse is the foundation of continuation. Even in decay, there is design. And through that design, existence persists. The river of light. Light never stands still. Even in silence, it moves. A ceaseless traveler flowing through the dark like a river through stone. From the heart of Sagittarius, it streams outward in every direction, carrying the memory of creation. Every photon that leaves that place is a message, a record of heat, gravity, and time written in brightness. This is the river of light, the Milky Way's ancient, eternal current. The galactic center is its source, a convergence of energies so deep that even darkness cannot remain untouched. Gas clouds swirl near Sagittarius A, heated to millions of degrees as they spiral inward. They glow in X-rays and gamma rays, their light escaping moments before the matter disappears beyond the event horizon. These emissions flow outward across the galaxy, losing intensity but not direction, spreading like ripples on an endless pond. What begins as fierce radiation softens with distance. By the time it reaches our world, it is faint, a drizzle of ancient light, quiet but persistent. The night sky we see is made from these accumulated whispers. Each star's glow, each reflected glimmer on the dust between them, contributes to the same slow river of photons. Even the darkest region of space hums faintly with their passage. To an astronomer, this light is a kind of archaeology. Every wavelength reveals a different layer of the galaxy's story. Radio waves map the vast magnetic fields that stretch from the core to the spiral arms. Infrared reveals warmth, the soft exhalations of stars still forming. X-rays trace the scars of collapse, while visible light shows the calm surfaces that remain. Together, they form a map not of space, but of energy in motion. Some of the most striking features of this river are the galactic jets, narrow beams of plasma that burst from the poles of the black hole. They are rare, occasional phenomena, yet their influence lasts for eons. When Sagittarius A was younger and more active, it released two immense streams of energy, piercing the galaxy's halo. The remnants of those eruptions still linger as the Fermi bubbles, vast, balloon-like structures glowing in gamma rays, stretching 50,000 light-years above and below the galactic plane. They are the fossilized fountains of ancient light, frozen in the act of motion. Through them, we see the galaxy breathing not just in gravity, but in radiance. Light is its exhalation, the energy that flows outward when creation and collapse reach balance. These photons, born in violence, become serenity as they travel. By the time they arrive in our telescopes, they are the faintest murmur, soft, steady, like a candle's reflection across an ocean. And yet, this light does more than illuminate. It binds. As photons scatter through interstellar dust, they push it gently, guiding its movement. This subtle pressure, radiation pressure, shapes nebulae, influences star formation, and carves delicate arcs into gas clouds. Light, though weightless, carries force. It is the softest hand of creation, invisible yet shaping everything it touches. Astronomers can measure the flow of this light through the concept of luminosity density, how much energy passes through a region of space at a given moment. Near the galactic core, this density is immense. The combined brightness of billions of stars forms a steady tide of illumination, reflecting off dust and gas, echoing in every wavelength. It is this diffuse glow that gives the Milky Way its golden center in photographs. That light is the heartbeat of our galaxy, ancient, patient, unbroken. Even now, new photons are being born every instant. Each collision of particles near Sagittarius A, each spark in a magnetic field, each pulse from a dying star releases more into the current. They join the flow, traveling outward through layers of dust and time. Some will take millions of years to reach the galaxy's edge. Others will wander forever between the stars, never absorbed, never lost. Tiny fragments of information, still moving long after their sources are gone. The river of light also flows inward, reflected and refracted by the galaxy's own structure. Dust grains scatter light back toward the core, creating halos around bright regions. This interplay of reflection gives the galactic center its depth. Not a single point of light, but countless overlapping glows. To the human eye, it appears as a blur. To instruments, it is an orchestra. Each photon carries a timestamp, a record of when and where it began. By reading those timestamps, scientists reconstruct the timeline of the galaxy's inner life. They can trace flares from centuries ago, map the remnants of vanished stars, even detect the faint glow of material that fell into the black hole millennia before humans existed. The river of light is not only energy, it is history, written in motion. It also links us to the core in the simplest way, through sight. When you look at the faint band of the Milky Way, the light touching your eyes began its journey before humanity, before civilization, before Earth's earliest forests. It has traveled across 26,000 years of distance, through dust and magnetic fields, through the warp of gravity. It is ancient light arriving in the present moment, proof that nothing luminous is ever truly gone. Sometimes, light from the galactic core encounters dense clouds and bends, curving around them in gentle arcs. This bending, known as gravitational lensing, allows us to glimpse regions otherwise hidden. It is another reminder of light's adaptability, that even when forced to change course, it continues, patient and faithful to its journey. If the Milky Way has memory, it is stored in these photons. Every one of them carries a record of creation, of destruction, of transformation. Together they make the universe visible, connecting its deepest centers with its farthest edges. The river of light never dries. It flows endlessly, carrying the warmth of the galactic heart through the silence of eternity. And perhaps, in the end, light itself is not just illumination, but invitation. an invitation to remember that we, too, are part of that current. That the photons touching our skin tonight began in the same furnace that forged the stars. In their glow, we see not distance, but return. For light always finds its way home. The weight of shadows. Light defines what we see, but darkness gives it meaning. Without shadow, there is no shape. Without silence, no sound. The Milky Way, for all its brilliance, is built as much from absence as from glow. Its heart, Sagittarius A, is the purest example of this paradox. A place so dark that even light cannot escape, yet so powerful that it sculpts the galaxy around it. This is the weight of shadows, the invisible architecture of existence. In astronomy, darkness is not emptiness. It is substance, dense, gravitational, creative. Black holes, dust lanes, and cosmic voids all belong to the same family, the unseen scaffolding that holds the visible world in place. They are the pauses between notes, the spaces between breaths, the silence that allows the stars to sing. Near the galactic core, the shadows are thickest. The dust weaves dark ribbons across the sky, blotting out millions of suns. But through infrared eyes, we see that even these shadows glow faintly with heat. They are not the absence of light, but its transformation. Energy slowed, softened, waiting to shine again. The black hole itself is the heaviest shadow. It bends light around it, forming the luminous ring we call the event horizon. This ring is not light from the black hole, but light trying to escape. Photons trapped in orbit, circling forever. They outline the shape of invisibility, revealing where space-time folds into silence. It's like seeing the edge of thought itself, the border between knowing and unknowing. Astronomers have captured this outline. In 2022, using the Event Horizon Telescope, they released the first true image of Sagittarius A. It showed a golden halo wrapped around a dark void, a shadow suspended in brightness. That image was not just proof of a black hole. It was proof that even darkness can shine when surrounded by light. It reminded us that visibility is not absolute, that shadow is as essential to the universe's balance as the stars themselves. Darkness also gives the galaxy its structure. The spiral arms of the Milky Way are defined by the dust that winds between them. Where dust collects, starlight dims. Where it clears, light blooms. From this pattern of alternating brightness, the galaxy takes its shape. Not from light alone, but from the contrast between light and dark. The shadows carve the design into the cosmos, like sculptors' lines etched into stone. Even more profound is the presence of dark matter, the ultimate weight of shadow. It cannot be seen, but its gravity shapes everything. It holds the galaxy together, keeping the stars from flying apart as they spin. Astronomers infer its existence through motion, the way stars move too fast to be bound by visible matter alone. In every spiral, every orbit, the hand of dark matter steadies the galaxy. It is the most faithful shadow, unseen, but always holding. We often imagine darkness as something to be overcome, but the cosmos knows better. Darkness is not an enemy of light. It is its companion. Together, they form rhythm and balance. A star burns because space around it is cold. A galaxy glows because most of the universe does not. The more we study the shadows, the more we see that the universe is not divided into light and dark, but built from their partnership. The dust near Sagittarius A absorbs light, yet it also preserves it. Photons trapped inside those clouds will eventually escape, after bouncing and scattering countless times. When they do, they emerge redder, older, wiser, carrying the story of their long journey through shadow. In this way, darkness teaches patience. Even light must rest before continuing its way across eternity. The cosmic voids between galaxies extend this lesson to the grandest scale. They are vast expanses where few stars exist, yet they make up most of the universe's volume. Their silence gives galaxies space to spin and grow. Without these voids, the cosmos would be crowded and chaotic. The emptiness itself is part of the order, the breath between cosmic heartbeats. If we think of the Milky Way as a living organism, its shadows are its lungs. Inhaling light, exhaling stillness. Stars are born in the densest darkness, where gravity gathers dust until it glows. From that quiet, creation begins. What looks like void is, in truth, potential. Even the black hole, ultimate symbol of darkness, is not a tomb, but a threshold. The matter it swallows is not destroyed. It becomes part of the galaxy's mass, its energy radiated in new forms. In a way, black holes recycle existence, turning collapse into creation. They are the shadow side of light's persistence, proving that even silence can be productive. When we look at the galactic center, what draws us in is not just brightness, but contrast. The golden arcs of radiation circling a silent center. That balance of illumination and absence is what makes the image beautiful. The mind senses both presence and mystery, both what is known and what waits beyond knowing. Astronomers studying Sagittarius A often describe it as a shadow cast by space-time. It is an idea both scientific and poetic. The black hole is not darkness in the usual sense. It is geometry, the warping of time and existence into shape. It is the universe's own introspection, where light turns inward to understand itself. Without shadows, the universe would be flat, endless light without depth, knowledge without wonder. It is shadow that gives dimension to space and meaning to sight. In the heart of Sagittarius, this truth becomes tangible. The brightest light is born beside the deepest darkness. The two coexist, eternal partners in the design of everything. So when we gaze into the night sky, it is not emptiness we see between the stars. It is structure, balance, possibility. Every shadow is a reminder that the universe holds more than it reveals. That mystery is not a barrier to understanding, but the beginning of it. The weight of shadows is not heavy at all. It is graceful. It is the stillness that allows light to move, the pause that gives meaning to sound, the silence that lets the cosmos breathe, the spiral and the silence. From far beyond the Milky Way, our galaxy would appear as a great turning whirl of light, a spiral of silver and gold drifting through the darkness like a slow-moving storm. At its center lies Sagittarius A, the still point around which all motion unfolds. Around it, the spiral arms curve outward in soft arcs, carrying billions of suns, planets, and clouds of gas. To look upon it from that distance would be to witness serenity in motion, the union of the spiral and the silence. The Milky Way's spiral shape is not random. It is a natural pattern born of gravity and time. gas and dust, drawn inward by the pull of the galactic core, begin to orbit. Their rotation creates waves of density, compressing matter like ripples on a pond. These waves become arms, bright with stars newly formed within their folds. Between them lie darker lanes, the calm intervals where matter gathers and rests. Each arm is a river of light, and yet between those rivers lies stillness. The galaxy alternates between movement and pause, brightness and shadow, energy and silence. This rhythm, rotation balanced by rest, is what gives the Milky Way its grace. It turns endlessly, yet never grows chaotic. Each orbit reinforces the next. Each silence protects the light. If you could drift above the spiral and watch it over millions of years, you would see that the arms are not solid structures, but patterns of motion. Stars enter and leave them as they orbit, just as waves move through water, while the water itself stays nearly still. The spiral is a soundless dance, the music of gravity written in form. The silence between the arms is not empty. It hums faintly with cosmic rays, with the radio echoes of distant stars. This quiet fills the galaxy like air fills a room, unseen but essential. It is the medium through which light travels, the stage upon which every orbit plays its part. The universe does not need sound to sing. Its silence is the song. Within this great design, Sagittarius A remains calm. It does not lead the dance, it allows it. The stars respond to its gravity naturally, without command. Each orbit around the center adds to the collective harmony, and the galaxy as a whole maintains its structure because of this mutual, effortless obedience to balance. Scientists describe the Milky Way's spiral arms as density waves, regions where gravity gathers material temporarily before it moves on. It is a process of constant renewal. Stars born in the arms eventually drift away, their light continuing outward while new stars take their place. The spiral never stops turning, yet it never repeats itself exactly. Every rotation is unique, a variation on a single cosmic melody. This spiral structure is echoed everywhere in nature. We see it in hurricanes, in seashells, in galaxies millions of light years away. The same mathematics that governs the Milky Way's form shapes the smallest patterns on Earth. It is the universe's signature, the curve of continuity. From the edge of the galaxy, the spiral looks like movement frozen in a moment of grace. But from within, from where we live, in one of its quiet arms, the motion is gentle, almost imperceptible. The sun moves at over 800,000 kilometers per hour, yet we feel no wind of that speed. We drift silently, carried by the galactic tide. To live inside the Milky Way is to live inside a slow rotation of eternity. The silence of space is not true emptiness. It is filled with frequencies too low for ears, too vast for human sense. Radio telescopes record this hum, a deep background murmur produced by everything that has ever burned, moved, or fallen. It is the sound of the spiral breathing. It fills every corner of the galaxy, connecting its farthest stars to its still heart. Sometimes, bursts of energy break through the silence, supernovae lighting up like brief symbols in the orchestra of time. But even those fade back into calm, their echoes absorbed by the steady rhythm of the spiral. No matter how great the flare, the silence always returns, deeper and more complete than before. To think of the galaxy as living is not metaphor, it is understanding. It inhales matter and exhales light, circulates energy through its arms, and maintains equilibrium across unimaginable scales. Its spiral arms are its pulse, its dust lanes are its breath, and its black hole heart is the stillness that allows all movement to exist. When we look at images of the Milky Way taken from space, the most striking thing is how gentle it seems. Even though it contains billions of stars and countless explosions, its form remains smooth, patient, serene. This serenity is not the absence of change, but the mastery of it. The galaxy turns chaos into pattern, sound into rhythm, motion into silence. Astronomers estimate that the Milky Way completes one full rotation every 230 million years. That means, since the age of the dinosaurs, we've made just a single turn around the center. Each revolution is so long that no single creature witnesses its completion. And yet, life endures within that cycle. A brief flicker sustained by the same forces that shape the spiral itself. If we could compress time enough to see the galaxy move, we would witness an elegant rotation. Arms flowing like slow smoke, clouds twisting and dispersing, the core pulsing faintly with the rhythm of gravity. And through it all, silence, vast, patient, absolute, holding the pattern together. The spiral is the galaxy's expression of motion. The silence is its expression of wisdom. Together, they reveal a truth written across scales. That beauty emerges when movement and stillness coexist. And so, as we drift through one of its quiet arms, we are part of that great turning, a living note within the Milky Way's ancient song. Our world spins, our sun moves, our galaxy breathes, and all of it happens in silence, deeper than thought. The heart remains. At the center of the Milky Way, beneath the veils of dust and the quiet turning of stars, something endures. It does not shine, though it is surrounded by light. It does not move, though everything in the galaxy moves because of it. It is Sagittarius A, the heart that remains. For billions of years, this dark center has watched the galaxy unfold around it. Stars have been born and died, their ashes drifting through the spiral arms, their light echoing across time. Planets have formed, life has awakened, civilizations have looked upward, and still, the heart remains. Constant, patient, unseen. It is easy to imagine black holes as devourers, as voids that end stories. But Sagittarius A is not an ending. It is the stillness that makes motion possible, the silence that gives shape to every song. Without it, the galaxy would have no form, no rhythm, no balance. It is the pivot of creation, the center around which the dance of existence unfolds. If you could stand near it, suspended in that gravity, time would soften around you. The stars would drift faster, their light bending as if reluctant to leave. The galaxy would seem to whirl, yet you would feel nothing but calm, for within its presence, even chaos becomes serene. That is the paradox of the heart. Infinite power contained in infinite peace. Every orbit, every pulse of light, every breath of dust in the Milky Way traces back to this point. The spiral arms may stretch across 100,000 light years, but their symmetry, their grace, their endurance, all come from the gravity of the heart. It holds without holding. It commands without force. It teaches by existing. When stars draw too near, they fall into its gravity and vanish from sight. But their energy is not lost. It becomes part of the black hole's mass, part of the quiet strength that holds the galaxy together. Even disappearance becomes contribution. Even silence, in the end, adds to the harmony. Around Sagittarius A, there is constant motion. Stars loop in elegant ellipses, their orbits measured in centuries. Gas clouds spiral inward, glowing as they fall. Radiation hums through space, rippling outward like soundless waves. And yet, at the center of all that movement, the black hole rests, unchanging, unmoving, untouched by time's impatience. The heart of the galaxy is not a place of destruction, but of transformation. What enters it becomes part of something larger, folded into the shape of gravity itself. It is a process of return, the universe gathering its own matter back into stillness, preparing, perhaps, for another beginning. Every civilization that has ever looked up at the Milky Way has seen its light without knowing its source. Long before the concept of black holes existed, humans told stories of a cosmic center, a hearth of fire, a gate to eternity, a divine eye watching over the stars. They sensed what science would one day confirm, that something vast and constant lies at the heart of everything. Today, with our telescopes and equations, we understand its nature, but not its essence. We can measure its spin, its mass, its heat, but not the feeling of it, the quiet gravity of its existence. Science explains how it works. Wonder reminds us why it matters. Both truths meet here, in the shadow of Sagittarius A. The galaxy will change. Its spiral arms will drift. Stars will fade, collide, and begin again. Even our sun will burn out, its light scattering into the galactic wind like a final sigh. But the heart will remain. It will absorb, endure, and carry the memory forward. Billions of years from now, when new stars rise from the dust of what we once were, the center will still be there. The same gravity, the same stillness, shaping the next generation of light. Perhaps that is the truest message of the cosmos. That nothing is truly lost. Everything, in time, returns to its center, not as punishment, but as belonging. Every orbit, every breath, every life is a slow turning back toward home. The heart of Sagittarius is that home for the Milky Way, the dark anchor of meaning within the shining sea of stars. It binds without chains, holds without weight, teaches without words. Its presence reminds us that permanence does not always glow, that the most powerful force in the universe may be invisible, that stillness itself can be creation. And so, as the galaxy continues its slow, eternal turning, the heart remains, unmoving yet alive, silent yet resonant, dark yet luminous in purpose. If you could listen closely enough, beyond the hum of stars and the whisper of radiation, you might hear it. A low, patient rhythm pulsing through the fabric of space, the heartbeat of gravity itself. The sound would not be loud. It would not rush or rise. It would simply continue, steady, eternal, complete. And in that sound, if one could truly listen, the entire story of the Milky Way would be heard. The birth of stars, the flow of light, the drift of worlds, and at the end of all things, the return to quiet. The heart of Sagittarius does not speak, but everything speaks because of it. It does not move, but everything moves in its presence. It is the still center in the turning world, the dark mirror of forever. And even when all stars have burned away, when the last orbit has slowed and the galaxy itself has gone dark, the heart will remain, alone, complete, eternal. The universe will fade, but its center will still hum softly in the void, carrying in its silence the memory of everything that ever was. The Milky Way drifts forward through time, and in the deep quiet of billions of years, a faint blur brightens on the horizon. Andromeda. It glides toward us through the black, silent as breath, drawn by gravity's slow and ancient pull. Each galaxy, immense and graceful, moves not in haste but in inevitability. They are partners destined to meet, two spirals tracing one another's light across 4 billion years of distance. Astronomers call this future union a galactic merger, but there will be no crash, no violent end. Space is vast. The stars will mostly pass through one another unharmed. Their gravity will weave together. Their arms will twist and mingle. And in that slow embrace, a new form will emerge. A luminous oval of countless suns, shining softly where two spirals once were. From Earth's future sky, that meeting will paint new constellations. The Milky Way's familiar band will fade, replaced by the broad glow of a single, merged heart. A cosmic sunrise that no living eyes will see, yet one that the universe already remembers. In that distant tomorrow, Sagittarius A and Andromeda's central black hole will spiral toward one another, dancing for millions of years before becoming one. Their merger will release waves through space-time, ripples large enough to shake the stars. And when the motion settles, a single quiet center will remain. The galaxy will be different then, calmer, rounder, older. Its light will glow a softer gold, its stars fewer but gentler. And still, somewhere inside, the same rhythm will continue. Gravity breathing, time bending, silence singing. The heart will have changed its shape, but its purpose will remain the same, to hold the stars in harmony. The endless return. In the farthest reaches of time, when every star has burned and cooled, the universe will not end in noise, but in quiet light. Galaxies will drift apart. Their black holes will fade into cold memory. Yet within that stillness, the story will not be gone, only resting. For even when light ends, gravity remembers. It carries the shape of what once was, folded into the fabric of space-time. Somewhere, new possibilities will stir. Tiny fluctuations, echoes of what was once the Milky Way, sparks of energy that might ignite again. From darkness, creation may find another beginning. Perhaps a new galaxy will bloom, its stars born from the dust of forgotten ones. Perhaps a new consciousness will look up at its own sky, wondering who or what came before, feeling that same quiet awe we feel now. The cosmos is patient. It repeats itself not through replication, but through rhythm. Every fall becomes foundation, every silence, a seed. The universe exhales and begins again. And so this story, like all stories, continues. From the heart of Sagittarius to the light of Andromeda, from the breath of stars to the hush that follows them. There is no ending here, only the long, gentle turning of forever. Sleep now, traveler. You are part of that turning, a moment within eternity, a breath within the universe's dream. And now, the light begins to dim. The spiral of our Milky Way fades softly into the dark, its arms dissolving into silence as the stars that guided us here grow faint. And at the very center, the heart of Sagittarius still hums, slow, steady, timeless. We have drifted through its gravity, watched the birth and death of stars, heard the quiet breathing of the galaxy. Now, the music fades, but the memory lingers, a warm pulse beneath the quiet sky. As you rest, know that this story does not end. Far beyond our spiral, another galaxy glides through the dark, Andromeda, vast and luminous, its own stars turning in patient silence. It moves toward us, gently, almost imperceptibly. In 4 billion years, it will meet the Milky Way, and the two great spirals will merge into one, a new creation born from collision and calm. Our next dream will follow that path, the slow journey of Andromeda, its drifting arms, its rivers of light, its stars older than our own, and the inevitable meeting written in the deep time of the cosmos. For now, you may rest. Let the sound of distant galaxies rock you in their rhythm. The universe is vast, but in every orbit, in every flicker of light, there is belonging. The heart remains, and the next heart, the one in Andromeda, waits, glowing softly across the sea of night. Sleep, traveler. The stars will keep turning, the galaxies will keep breathing. And when you open your eyes again, we'll journey together to where two universes meet and the night becomes one.